Never told her third grader was being bullied. An alleged assault in a school bathroom.
They busted my baby's lip. They busted his nose.
The teen took her own life after being relentlessly bullied at school. Bullying is an epidemic.
Tremendous effect on the fragile, growing brain of a child.
It's a nightmare for any mother.
This is a problem, it is real, it is an issue, and we have a responsibility as a community to stop it.
Kids being bullied, sometimes to death.
It seems the passage of time has only made bullying worse. 160,000 kids a day miss school because they're too afraid to go. They say this went on for years, and eventually their fun-loving son disappeared. A band of Massachusetts teens will stand trial.
He probably didn't want to say, Mom, somebody bullying or picking on me, you know. He just didn't know how to tell me.
Where Gabriel is knocked unconscious 2 days before he ended his life.
Psychological warfare. You have people that are so deep down inside their brain, they feel that they don't want to live anymore. And I turn it around, make them feel good about themselves, make them feel happy, make them feel that they are important. And that's the thing, the children today, their skin is just too thin, way too thin. These kids today, call them a name. Call them what? A poop head. And their whole life is destroyed. They go in their bedroom and they start crying. Seriously? What I try to do is I try to build the confidence and build the inside, the internal strength that they have already, but they don't know about it. They don't know about it. They don't know that they have that internal strength. It's there, just gotta find it. And that's my job. He's the one that bullied him for 3 years, your son for 3 years.
Yeah, there's two of them.
He removed the 3-year boy. What's happening now? Is he still bullying him? Is it bothering your son?
No, he says that he's been nice this whole year. I think some of the interpersonal dynamics are changing because a boy left the school, so I think there's less kids to choose from. So this 3-year bully has decided that it's better to be friends than make another enemy. So
is that the Fairweather boy?
No.
That's a different boy.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one boy who bullied your son.
He was the worst. He was the worst of them.
He was the worst of them.
Yes.
So he bullied him for 3 years. For 3 years. Because of what your son has said recently, your son's not being faced as much anymore. Is it still bothering him?
Well, the 3-year bully is not bullying because he has a different agenda this year.
So he needs your son.
Yes.
He needs your son.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yes, that's why.
He needs your son.
Yeah.
What does he need your son for? As a friend?
Yes.
So united you stand, divided you fall type thing?
Exactly.
So he has fear also because according to what has been said, he has been bullied. The 3-year bully was being bullied also. This is what your son said. Clarify that.
No. So he's, I think last year the 3-year bully had some significant issues. He punched a kid in the nose, he slapped another kid, so it was starting to get physical. And I think that work was done with him over the summer to maybe help with that, and he lost a lot of privileges as a result of his behavior.
Okay.
The school, his classroom, they lost because of the bullying, because of the actions of this 3-year bully. One of the kids that he punched last year wound up going to another school.
You told me that.
Yeah.
He was punched in the face, right?
Right. So his parents elected to put him into another school. And there's one less boy in the classroom, and there's a shortage of boys in the classroom to begin with.
Okay. And that's another thing that your son mentioned, that he says, oh, no, you really don't want to do that because there'll be ramifications, there'll be consequences. Is that, well, you can't tell them that you don't want to play with them because then there'll be trouble. I'm a little confused.
The first time I had heard him say that.
Yeah, I'm a little confused about that. It's like a dictatorship. They're telling them what to do.
Right. Well, they run things.
And the two boys, the 3-year bully and this other bully.
Yes.
Okay. And each of them are running things. These two boys are running things. Now, the other bully, I'm looking for that diagram. It's in my brain.
Yes.
Oh, the 3-year bully is related to the ones on top. See, that's the thing. He's not ready yet, but eventually what will happen is we want your son not to become friends with him, but we want the 3-year bully to do exactly what you want. What you're saying is that wanting to need your son more. And realizing that, oh, your son has power. Oh, look at you.
Yes.
Telling us, leave us alone or not leave us alone. No, what I'm talking about, like, what's your problem? Yeah. So he's basically showing him strength. He's showing him power, something that he's never seen before. So now he might be turning it around and getting into the 3-year bully, and that 3-year bully might become his best friend eventually.
It wouldn't be a bad thing. We have to work on the other bully now. The other bully is the one that's getting very vocal. And the more vocal my son gets, the more vocal he's getting. And it's gonna hit. So yeah.
So they're both getting vocal.
Yes.
And he's not considered a 3-year bully. What is he considered? A 2-year bully?
Oh no, he's a 3-year bully.
Okay, so let's say bully B.
Yeah.
Okay, the second bully.
Yes.
First bully is the 3-year bully. We know that he is trying to be friendly. Right. He's trying to ease his way into your son because he sees power. He sees Arnold. He sees Rocky. He sees something that he's never seen before in his entire life since they've been known each other. And then this other bully is the one that's being relentless. Mm-hmm. Okay? And if he's being relentless and your son doesn't do anything about it, then the 3-year bully is going to go back to the other side. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. So we got to make sure, as I'm going to step it up when he comes to training this week, we're going to do a lot of, striking, blocking, ducking, hitting, kicking, blocking, striking, hitting. I want him to be on point with that. The stonewall defense I want to work on as well, but more of the physicality. We did the psychological. Yes. Right, last week, and I want him to practice that. I want him to practice the look.
Yeah. Oh,
the look. It's called the look. That's what it's called. It's called the look. Once you say to him,
I do.
Give me the look.
Yeah.
Once you say that, then I want him to do that to your husband. I want him to do that to you. I want, like, at a blink of an eye, he knows how to do it.
And he does.
And you need to get him sunglasses. And if the sun is out, let him wear glasses. Let him look cool. We want him to look cool. We want him to be suave. We want him to be a combination of Elvis Presley and James Dean and Rambo combined. Okay, that's what we want. All 3 of those.
That's what I said yesterday. I had him doing the look for my mom. I said, you look just like James Dean. I said, you look just like James Dean.
That's what you said?
Yes, and that's why I laughed when you said, like James Dean. That's exactly what I said to him.
We want him to have that suaveness.
Right.
But yet that toughness. And yet that if he needs it, it's there. He's not there yet. Okay?
Yes.
He went opposite. He went opposite, because usually the kids I teach them self-defense, they learn how to punch and kick, but they don't have the psychological, the reverse psychology. They don't have that yet. Now he's got the reverse psychology down to a T. Okay, so he's got the look,
right,
and he's got the voice. Those 2 things were very important.
Right.
That voice that where his vein is popping out, and he's really showing that he's in charge. He's showing he's in charge, and he's no longer afraid. So fear is gone, he's in charge, and he's suave.
My husband and I have been working with him for about 2.5 years to try to get that psychological piece, and you were able to do it in 6 weeks. That was amazing to us. We could not do it with him.
Okay.
He did not believe that we had the knowledge, but it's coming from you, an outside source, somebody who's an expert in the field. And it's amazing. 2.5 years of us saying essentially what you're saying to him. I mean, maybe not the exact same way, but in 6 weeks, it's like.
What method did you use? What were you saying?
Well, we were saying things like, you're just as good as anybody else. You are, there's, that type of stuff that parents say. You might not be the fastest kid on the playground.
Okay, don't use that word. Don't use it. Don't use that phrase.
But you have other traits that are amazing.
Don't use that.
Okay.
Because what you're saying is that it's a negative, but don't worry, we love you anyway.
Right.
All right. So it's okay that you're not fast.
But he isn't.
But it's no reason for it to say that.
Okay.
Okay, what we're trying to do is positive reinforcement. Whatever he does amazing.
Well, we haven't said that since you've come on the scene, but...
Exactly.
Yeah.
We want everything to be positive reinforcement. Anything that he does, I don't care if it's the worst thing in the world, we're going to turn around and say, well, that's good, and we're going to do it this way. Let's try it this way. This might be a little bit easier, not better, a little bit easier, and then let him forget about the other thing. So you don't want to take him and say, okay, well, no, that's not really the right thing to do, or that's not the right way to do it, and that's what I've been doing with him. But he's doing everything amazing. And another thing that I'm trying to work on with him is that when you're talking to me, right? He cannot chime into that conversation.
All the time.
And I say, excuse me, I'm talking to your mother. Because when I was trying to explain something the other day, he chimed in. I said, whoa, excuse me, I'm not done. Let me finish my conversation. I need him to be more of a listener and an observer. Because if he observes, then he'll see everything. He'll know everything. He'll know what they know. Instead of him voicing his opinion all the time. And these kids today, that's all they do is they voice their opinion. They think they know it all. My own daughter, I told her the other day, I said, hey, stizzazi, in Italian. I said, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I can't tell you, oh, baby, can you please be quiet? No, because that doesn't work. No. Now you're old enough. Now you're going to get a little bit more of aggressiveness because you're not listening. Yeah. You're opening up your mouth. You're not listening. And these kids today, they don't listen. They think they know it all. They get on YouTube, they get on the internet, but they think they know it all. So what we want to do, and I listened to the audio, and it's so incredible, and it's deep. Safe place is gone? Really? He doesn't need it anymore. I said to him, so, what's going on with this safe place? Oh, I don't need it anymore. So now, he doesn't need it anymore. He's no longer there. He has no interest in going to the sad place. I said, well, what if they have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches there? And he laughed. I said, good. I want that laughter. I need him to laugh. I need him to come out. I need the boy that he's supposed to be, that he's always supposed to have been, come out more. I want him to smile, but when need be, where's the look? And if he does that, then he can be the best that he can be. And nobody's going to mess with him. I guarantee it. Okay? That's a promise.
That is... I'll take that one all the way to the bank. It's working so far.
We will never recover from this. Never. When somebody tells you that they are going to kill themselves or they're going to do harm, do something. Tell somebody. Give them their 15 minutes. Validate them. Because everybody needs to be validated. When you know there's somebody being bullied, don't be a bystander. You are just as guilty as the bullies when you stand by and do nothing. You see it, you do something about it. You don't want to intervene, then you talk to an adult. And you talk to an adult until somebody does something.
I want them to pay for it because they took my baby away. They took her confidence away. They took her self-worth away. And now she's gone from me.
I'm not going to be able to say it without crying, though. Go ahead. Part 3. So on the way home, after he was so excited telling his father and I about how he handled himself in school, he said to me, thank you, Mommy and Daddy, for giving me classes with Master Bob. He said, Master Bob's changing my life.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
I got the chills.
A big round of applause for Master Bob.
I got the chills.
I can't thank you enough.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
We will never recover from this. Never. When somebody tells you that they are going to kill themselves or they're going to do harm, do something. Tell somebody. Give them their 15 minutes. Validate them. Because everybody needs to be validated. When you know there's somebody being bullied, don't be a bystander. You are just as guilty as the bullies when you stand by and do nothing. You see it, you do something about it. You don't want to intervene, then you talk to an adult. And you talk to an adult until somebody does something.
14-year-old suspect boasted on the internet about the bullying.
I want them to pay for it because they took my baby away. They took her confidence away. They took her self-worth away. And now she's gone from me.
If you can't supervise your child, if they don't behave, then take away their devices. Don't allow them to have Facebook.